for April 10th, 2025. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First up, we are honored to have the Moala River Middle School FBLA team with us tonight, serving delicious dreams. Thank you. And Randy Dalton, you want to present?
Sure. Happy to bring some of our fine members and our advisors, Markson, couldn't be more proud of the students and just their exposure to all things that business offer. Etiquette, just a lot of great lessons learned, and I just wanted to show them off to you guys, and they're going to talk a little bit about the program and what they've been up to and what they look forward to. So I'll introduce Senator Markson. He's also worked at our school as helping out in the dean's office, and he's just a real positive contributor to the school. He's also a volunteer for the does a lot.
Good introduction. I'm Candy Markson, and thank you very much for having me here today. I have had the pleasure of November jumping into the advisor position, so we kind of ran things really quick, and we have 7 amazing students that all went to regionals, qualified for state, and they'll get to tell you about their experience, but it doesn't save for them a lot of hard work, and it's been an amazing journey from November to now. So with that, I'm going to introduce our president, Brian Mills. Come on up.
Hello, boy, how are we all doing today? We're having a good day. This is the fourth FBA meeting. We are missing just a few people, but that's all right. I wish they could have come. It would have been amazing. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about my FBLA experience. I've been in FBLA for about 3 years now, and I've gone to state twice, and this is my second time with the state, and this is going to be my first time really to national. I'm super duper excited for this. It's going to be an amazing time. Some of us are also international students, Jason, Rylan. So why I had joined an FBLA was I thought, at first, when I had seen the FBLA was open, I thought it was going to be an amazing opportunity to maybe transform myself, maybe learn some new skills, practice out some of my other skills, public speaking, even critical thinking. There's just so many amazing opportunities. And during my third year, I done business etiquette and career exploration for my 2 objective tests. So far, regional, state, I'm going to continue doing that for passion. And this etiquette talks about etiquette, table etiquette, cell phone use, international etiquette. Like it talks about that. And then career exploration is a more broader range of things where it talks about things that you would do in like a job, like studying for your job, reality checking, like your salary, figuring out taxes and all that stuff. And that's the 2 objective tests that I'm doing. And I got second place in both career exploration and business etiquette. And that's all I got.
Great. Good job.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I just want to ask, how old are you? Now, that is amazing. I think you present yourself so amazingly well for someone 13.
I am 20 years.
Sounds awesome.
And Keith, we're going to
I am part of the Moala River School population, and being part of FBLA is about us. It's about becoming a part of the community that inspires growth, quality leadership, and community leadership to protect the future. I am planning to state national in California for exploring leadership. And when I first joined FBLA, I was drawn to the opportunity that offered to challenge myself, develop crucial skills, and collaborate with like-minded individuals like who are just as ambitious and passionate. FBLA has taught me how to step out of my comfort zone, how to think critically, and how to lead with confidence. Throughout competitions, workshops, and networking events, I've gained invaluable experience that will carry with me long after high school. What truly makes FBLA special is the spirit of teamwork and chance to celebrate our accomplishments together. This is why I believe we should take the opportunity to compete at nationals in Anaheim, California. Nationals is not just a competition, it's a chance for us to showcase the hard work we've done all year and learn from the best and brightest people across the country who represent our school and community on the national stage. It's a chance to make connections, discover new possibilities, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Let us seize this opportunity to challenge ourselves to grow as individuals as a team and to show the love that we're capable of. Together, we can make this experience a success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. I want to be part of future business citizen here. It's just about me. Is speaking for and what to do that you look forward to. This is about me pushing myself to be scared to get out and accomplish it. This opportunity to be part of the community and teamwork that gives you responsibility. Responsibility and commitments to others by promising to make two events, participation. Being an FBLA especially at high school. There's so many benefits and I look working as you get to grad this month. Since joining, I've also had a lot of time with my parents, studying for parents. I've also gotten many private congratulations for years of different FBLA is something I want to do everything and do most of the stuff I'm doing already. Altogether, everything else is like one of the lives and I think it's why not. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mona Cooper from the Waterford Promotion. Why I'm looking? Okay. Before I went to stay in camp, I thought it was staying in a hotel. But once I realized that it's not just staying in a hotel and it's fun.
Okay.
It's more also amazing. This team is like as a functional family. It really is. Because they just like, they don't wait. Some people don't wait for more. But they're all teams and all like an actual family. But for FBLA, the reason I did get for friends, or and that. So the reason I joined FBLA is friends, other.
Okay.
This is my first year at FBLA. I am going to nationals. It's my first ever, so I don't want to too. But the reason I came to FBLA is to build trust in the community of Mall and build trust in the school. And try to make more friends, because at that point I did not have friends because now I've been so friends I didn't have any friends when I joined. And I realized FBLA isn't just about it's about community and other types of people that come around the circle all the time when you accomplish something big. So, in conclusion, FBLA is a place and of people that will support you and
Great. Thank you.
I am Alexandria Thomas, and it's been a very fun experience for me last year and this year. Last year because I thought it would be a fun experience, and it was. That's why I resigned this year. I believe that it would help me here since I don't really know what to do. It could open up some ideas to do like for college or at a job. And I think it has helped. It's helping me up to a lot of colleges and subjects. The subjects that I did this year were technology. My goal was to get fourth place or higher so that I could get into nationals. However, I got third place, so I didn't get in there. And I'm on this grand venture that kids, I don't really have any experience with this stuff, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do for a year. This like thing has really helped me. This has really helped me find opportunities. Um,
Very good.
And one thing. Thank you guys for coming to this. Some of these wonderful, amazing people are shy, some are not. So it takes a lot to grow out of those stuff. And it's an ongoing process, and all of these experiences, all of these adventures, is just gonna help them be better in our community, in our schools, and wherever they go beyond that. So thank you very much for taking the time to listen to us. So we do have some refreshers that they are serving if you didn't get one. We're happy to keep them. But thank you very much. We really appreciate the words. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the fact that you are connected and support with us. It means a whole lot, especially since we're, pretty new this year. So congratulations to our national winners and everyone who's a part of it.
So when is nationals?
It is the end of June 28th through July 2nd.
Okay. And are you guys doing fundraising to,
Yes.
you want to tell us a little bit about your fundraising?
So we're going to be doing, I just talked to Mr. Dalton about it yesterday, so we're still in the planning phase, but not planning to be doing a huge car show at the middle school. Then we'll also we're going to be working with the Chamber of Commerce with some local restaurants to see if we can have like a best burger of Malala, big banner, big fun, and sell tickets for the tasting of the burgers, and everybody gets a chance to vote, as well as the car show. That is something that's always really popular in Malala. So we just thought that we would do that. We have a couple of other ideas for some of the other groups in our school to be a part of it as well. So it'll be a huge community engagement and a huge, big money raise. So that's our big one that we're going to be doing in Carlotta, Les Schwab, considering doing it like a spaghetti dinner, something along those lines. So we have a lot of money to raise. It's going to be about $4,000 for students. So that's a lot of money. So we want to make sure that we can get everybody there. And high school did a really good job at state as well. And so we're working with Jeremy, who's the advisor at the high school, so that we can kind of work everybody together.
Very cool.
Any idea on the date on the car show?
Right now I'm looking at May 24th, which is the Saturday of Memorial Weekend. So far, there's not a lot of car shows that day, and any other questions?
Anybody else have questions?
No questions, I have a comment.
Questions, comments?
I couldn't have done what any of you guys did tonight when I was your age. I was just terrified to stand in front of people and speak, so you all did such a great job. Really awesome.
Maybe keep Andrea updated so she can shout out the dates.
Okay.
Good job, everybody. Okay, do we have any public comment? have any changes to our agenda this evening? Moving along. Next up, we have Madison as our student board representative.
Hello. I was hoping they wouldn't leave so quick, but that's fine. I'll still talk
Want me
about
to
it.
go get him?
That's fine. I'll just talk loud so they can hear me when I get there. Okay. So hello, everyone. First off, you're probably wondering who's sitting right next to me. This is Josiah Lopez, and he is going to be my replacement. So in the next couple months, I will be signing off, and he will be the person signing in. You guys might remember him. He was part of us when we did, what was it called again?
Steering committee.
Steering committee. I always forget the name for some reason. He joined me on that, and so slightly a familiar face, hopefully. He's shown himself that he has a lot of great leadership skills, and that he really wants to try and help the school change. So we're really hoping he can help with it from here.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, so jumping right into it, my first thing on my thing was actually talking about FBLA. So, funnily enough, they can hear me around the corner. Oh, I'm gonna go no. But I am really proud of them. I had no clue they were coming tonight. If so, I would have made my members join and forced them to come here. But I have been the Malala High School FBLA president for 2 years now. And with that, it means planning all the meetings, planning all of our fundraising, and just making sure all of our members are staying engaged. Part of that was making most of my members compete this year, and I'm glad to say that we had a couple of them actually make it to nationals. We had Nicholas Sano with 3rd place in word processing, and then we had Owen Ritter with 1st place in public policy and advocacy. So they will both be attending nationals. It is their 2nd time going to nationals. They're both very excited. They like it as in Anaheim this year. Last year it was in Florida, so they have to pay a lot more money to go down there. So they're excited for all the fundraising opportunities for that. But no, I'm really proud of the middle school for coming down here, because I know half of my high school kids up there, they wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
They would not want to speak out right now, which I give them kudos to. Okay, so obviously, going to my next topic, school's back from spring break. We're all heading back in. April feels like the most condemning month because there's no really school break, so feels mentally taxing. But beside all of that, we have been really successful this year with baseball and softball. Baseball has a 5-game win streak right now. They have their next game tomorrow at home, so if you guys want to go watch, I believe it starts at 7. But they've been doing pretty good, and that's their varsity team. Softball is along that same route. They've had 6 games, and they've only lost one of them, and that was their very first. So they're also pretty going on there. All the spring sports are in full swing, so if you guys have time, stop by those. There's boys volleyball. I know we started a girls flag football team. I believe they had a game tonight, so I couldn't go sadly, but it's really fun. So just trying to stay with all the sports that we offer and just trying to support Malala. So yesterday, something that was very exciting for all the school was we had a giant college fair. So what that meant was there were over 30 colleges and trade schools that were in the Malala Commons. They each had a booth, and basically they were just advertising their school to you. You got to go up to every single table, ask them whatever questions you wanted. In return, they would give you a little ticket just for an incentive, and you could go trade that in for a prize. But that was just in the commons. Besides that, in the gym, we had about 40 vendors in there talking about many different jobs and like different careers. So we had the Malala firefighters, Malala policemen, we had the Army, the Navy, we had a few construction places around town, and they were just there trying to get people to open their eyes and see what was around them. It was a lot of fun, even just walking around there myself, even though I know where I'm going and I know my pathway. It was really great to see like everyone else being like, oh, that career sounds fun. I want to do that. And then going actually and talking with someone about it. And it was just a lot of fun to go watch. I noticed a lot of the younger classmen seemed to like it. The seniors, not so much, because all of the colleges have already stopped accepting, and they were just kind of sad looking at the colleges they didn't get into. But besides that, everyone had a lot of fun. Prizes were great. There had the different prizes. You could enter raffles, or you can like spin a wheel for like candy bars and stickers. But they had pretty big raffles. They had one for a speaker. They had one for a pair of earbuds, and then they had like 5 for 5 different $25 Amazon gift cards. So Bonnie Spurl, she's the one who's in charge of all. She did a really great job of running all of that and making sure everyone got there on time. Everything was set up amazingly, and it made it a lot of fun. And I really hope that they continue on with that, because I know they did it maybe not last year, but the year before. It was really fun. That was my second career fair, and it was fun. Now, this Saturday is prom, so it is very exciting. It is on the Portland Spirit this year. It is the first prom in about 6 years to be on a boat, so it is quite exciting. We are a little sad 'cause it looks like it's supposed to rain this weekend, and that we're not excited about for. But besides that, we're all really excited, especially me, because, you know, I'm a senior. Last prom, it's going to get tearful eventually, but for now, we're just living in the moment. So
Be cozy in the ship.
I'll be cozy, yes. So, on Tuesday, we had choir districts. So we went up to Estacada, and in order to make it to state, you have to get 3 judges to give you, at least 2 of them, need to give you 81 points. Unfortunately, we were 3 points under, which is a little hurt the heart a little bit. But luckily, there is another one this Tuesday that we're going to, because we really want to try and make it to state this year. Last year we made it, but unfortunately we didn't get to go due to people's grades, which really put like a damper on our mood, but we're really trying to bring it back this year, and so far we're doing really good. Only Estacada made it that day, so we're really trying to get us and Gladstone to go there, so we have more familiar faces at state. Band also had districts today. I have not heard how they did, but some of my friends said they think they did okay. It's a quote from one of my friends. But apparently the judges this year have been really strict, which is okay, but it will be fine. I think they did pretty well. And tomorrow we're going to have our prom assembly, so we're having some fun spirit games. Our Malala Social Airs, which is our after-school choir, is singing the national anthem. And yeah, we're just going to play some games, talk more about prom, and just try to have some more school spirit. At the end of April, so I believe it's like the 28th, another amazing thing this Squirrel did was anyone over 16, if you signed up quick enough, because it went hot, you could sign up to go to the William Fox Medical School. It's a couple hours away drive, but you get to sign up to go watch a live open heart surgery in their auditorium, in their viewing auditorium, which, not for me, but for a lot of other people in the high school, it was amazing. The other one who was one of our medical schools there. So, I don't know how many times to go to that opportunity, but I'm really glad that chose the law to go view it, and I'm really happy some of my friends are going, and they're really excited about it, so don't tell me that. Don't tell me, I don't want to know. So yeah, the last thing I'm going to say is that I counted them today, 42 days until graduation.
Wow.
It seems a lot farther out than it is.
Yeah.
But looking at it all together makes you go, oh my god. And that is it. One of my markers was today.
Thank you for keeping us updated on everything. Got some shoes to fill here. Thank you, Madison. Okay. First action item is the consent agenda. That includes the March meeting minutes and the personnel report. Yes.
Second.
Second, any questions, comments? personnel report, raise your right hand. All in favor? Next up, we have the second reading of some policies and a recommendation to adopt. I'll just read them out loud. AC, well, I don't know that I need to read them out loud, do I? Okay. Is there anybody that has questions or comments on the policies? I'm not on the policy committee, but Mark and I were discussing a couple of them, and he had some concerns about the non-discrimination and civil rights policy. I don't have it in front of me, I don't have my computer working, but his concerns on that one, oh, thank you. His concerns, I was scribbling as I was listening to him talk on the phone in my car. His concerns were, or I guess he had a question asking if somebody uses the incorrect pronoun to identify somebody, is that part of, would that be considered non-discrimination? And I don't know if somebody on the policy committee can answer that. I don't know how deep you guys dug into
what our
this.
discussion was. It was a few months ago that we talked about it. Tony, you have any insight on that?
Generally, and I think it's just prepared to be a scenario where potentially the director would want to pose a question back to the committee without you guys to come back with it. But if I'm understanding the question to be if an individual were to go by a specific pronoun and the individual used a pronoun that wasn't their pronoun. And was corrected, I will not be changed. And if that particular individual came back, and I was talking hypothetically, because I want to make sure I respond to these questions appropriately. But venture an estimate on what this question is, if that individual then consciously, despite my redirection, called me she, and that could be perceived as not just a disrespectful comment, but had intention to hurt, could be considered harassment. If I correct that, it would be a separate comment. I go like she, or I go like he, not she, and the individual continues to use the pronoun that didn't match what I asked for. That would be considered harassment over time. It all depends on context and specifics. But you know, I hate to talk about hypotheticals, but that's one interpretation of the definition of harassment, when someone asks another person to regard them differently, and they don't. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm speaking hypothetical, but maybe it would be good for a question to come back to me, talk about further.
Could I?
It's great to suggest that maybe we will pull that policy off the, we're looking at for approval tonight, throw it back to the committee, we'll put that into the review.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, so we make sure that we can answer those questions. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and that's fine if folks wanna do that, but I'm not sure that we can make any change to the language that's in the policy, because it's something that, Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong, has been sort of spelled out in new legislation, perhaps?
Again, that could be something that
Yeah.
maybe prepare, have some time for a complete response to your question from the board about this language and provide that to the board.
And maybe, I mean, if nothing was changed, then this would be from OSBA. But but like, what did they,
Well, we
If
certainly
did they give
deny
other
any kind of
options?
language like that, because, I mean, I think we all know Terry and Rob, how we feel about that particular issue.
Yeah.
We did not, certainly did not change any language that made it more, I hate to use the word liberal, than what was provided by OSBA. Because I think I know, actually, I pretty certain I know what Mark is getting at, and I would fully agree with him, but I don't know what we can do about it.
Chair, I'm going to make a motion that, vote to approve the recommendation policy committee on GBEB and GBEBAR, that's meaningful diseases in schools. So GBEEA, that, each of the TV is the suggestion to the policy. Adopted the GBN slash JBA.
well, Mark had another comment on that one, but I hadn't got to yet. Kind of similar question.
We'll just hold on to that.
Okay.
Friendly. And then jumping down to GCEA and GEDA. Actually, that's the one of these, basically it's leaving the old one and adopting the new one of the same letters. CEA and GEDA as well. JBA, GBN, JBA, GBN, AR, 1 and 2, suggestion to that, correct? So it's basically leaving those two questions out.
Well, I don't, he didn't specifically state which sexual harassment. I didn't realize there was two. So can we table both of those as well? There's one on
Oh, there is one
sexual harassment and then sexual harassment student.
on the JBA.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we could leave those off. I think they provide more explanation.
Okay.
So we're taking those three.
We approve. You're here, right?
So that's your motion?
Yes.
Okay, so,
The rest of the people are all members of the policy committee, and I don't like to make motions or seconds on stuff related to policy because I'm on the committee, but there's no one else to do it unless you want to. I'm going to second his motion.
okay, moved and seconded. Any further questions or comments? No, okay. Okay, so all in favor of adopting all of them except for the GBN, JBA, oh, sorry, AC-AR 1 and 2, and the JBA-GBN policies. Raise your right hand. All in favor. We will table the others and come back. And, yeah, I just scribbled, but I'll put it in an email. I'll have a conversation, or I'll have him send an email. Okay, moving on. We have a recommendation for approval to submit the integrated application in regards to teaching and learning that Ms. Jackson had brought forward to us last month. Was it last month or the month before?
Good thing. Yeah, and you Lester. So if you remember,
last month, we kind of a preview and an overview of the integrated program application. And so tonight, I'm speaking to people from the board with that application to do it. What I'd like to do this evening is, in your packet, you have that application, which is what I'd like to do is really kind of give you an abbreviation of it. So first of all, if you can go to the next slide. If you remember, these are the different programs that we're talking about. And high school success, human lesson count, system, and career and technical. So this evening, I just, one of the things that we need to do in order to apply is to actually the process. The first part of the process is to actually engage you and get feedback. So how are we doing? What programs touch your students in getting feedback from them? So we've done a variety of different things to talk about that in some of the stuff. And then the second phase of this integrated program process is to actually ask ourselves, are we meeting the needs? And then lastly, look at our plan from last plan and look at moving. Those are the two steps that we should. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the ways that we can do it. One of the ways is with our student survey. We surveyed our families as well as students, staff, and we did that last fall, and we are set to do that again in a couple of weeks to see the progression. Ask the feedback and do something about it. We've also done some school feedback loops, meaning that our staff, our principals at each of the districts have taken that information and actually discussed it with the staff, problem solve how we can best meet the needs of the students. Also, feedback from state council. We also had our principals call parents that we did. And we don't know who they were, but just kind of randomly questions about the school, the students' life. In addition, we had a lot of outreach activities. Mentioned here before, English language learners and migrants, outreach activities in the evening. We also had staff experience surveys, individual building events. And then also something that we do with our staff is something called bonding. We have one-on-one conversations to find out how that can really support you moving forward. So those are kind of highlights of some of our community. So after looking and analyzing this information, next is asking ourselves, okay, let's look at the feedback. And really the needs assessment highlights all the feedback really aligns with what has been adopted by the high school. So we're talking about looking at third grade reading, K-8 mathematics, regular attendance, ninth grade contract, graduation rate, as well as survey information we looked at competency. So the next slide, share my screen. Okay.
course, to meet the needs of our students. And this slide is up there. Really illustrates how we are going to use the resources of this grant and to be held accountable to the So, as I mentioned at the top of the screen, seek your approval to submit it.
When, I was just curious, when will you know if you get accepted?
So the application is due April 30th, and I believe the timeline for that is probably July.
And the funds would come the following year? Or,
For next year, like for the 25-26.
questions did you have?
I did not have a question. I just wanted to say, Madam Chair, I move that we approve the integrated application as recommended.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions or feedback?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor of approving the submitted, approving and submitting the integrated application as presented? Raise your right hand. All in favor? Thank you. Okay, next up we have capital projects update with Dr. Stewart.
Evening board.
Hello.
I do not have much in the way of new information since our last meeting. You and some big decisions might be coming up for us. Discussed on the use. We are in design development right now. Documents should be about 100% done at the end of April or early May. We have just about completed the hazardous materials survey that allows to identify what needs to be abated, some prices. We'll do that work. There will be some early abatement on the two modulars with the shed. Report board in May will be extended to surplus the shed, the building and two modulars. We have the board work session in April 24th. We've been talking with you updates. And hoping we can do a land use application at the end of April. And bond oversight committee will meet May 6th. And the board. By mid-May, we should have a design development estimate. Give us new information on how we're doing, get more polishing of school and scrubbing of the budget to see what else we find. Then some early site work in start the demolition of summer, late summer. Some early site work. Nothing new there, but questions?
I don't.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Graves. Okay, next up we have a communication update with Ms. Watson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, we've been busy. I would say since I've been last in person, which is a surprise of the decade with I have been working on the design of the house. We had a bus accident, which took up a good amount of time. We had a great parent meeting. Thank you, Chair O'Neill, for joining us for that. That was really good, where we faced our parents who, had an emotional day that day with the accident. Also been working on some issues around E-rate, that program, and just rolling out.
Sorry, I
Yep.
don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm hearing your voice coming from somewhere up in the room. Do we,
It might be,
I'm sorry.
Distracting.
Might have been distracting to you too, and you just didn't want to
Sounds like you're in
confess.
a stadium, like echoing.
Other people that they can't hear. And then also that, been doing some media work around the Burke Park complex and supporting the boosters and rolling out the upcoming with the kickoff to raise the additional money that we need to project. Also working on continuing with adoption of our mobile app and the rooms. Talked about that a little bit last time I was here in person, but we have hit a couple bumps in the road and a couple of our support people at Active Duty have moved on, so we're getting new support people on board, so that's slowed a little bit, but we're committed with Chris's help to finishing that by the end of this school year. And so that will be the primary way parents will communicate with staff, or staff will communicate with students. And then continuing to operationalize the bond oversight committee and just kind of starting to look ahead too for next year. So we want to look online on our new website in a way that it automatically translates. So I've started that project. Another student survey, so we'll do the promotion for that. We have our kindergarten information event next week, so working on the promotion for that. And then just want to make sure that we invite all of you to the booster auction on May 2nd. That's something up to tonight.
You're just a little bit busy.
Spring is like the things.
Thank you.
thank you.
She's great. Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have a technology update.
Mr. Shaw.
Hello, everyone. I was going to give you all an update on the high school. I had a presentation to share. So on the high school bell system, next slide, we went through the process. We did an RFP, and then we conducted walkthrough. So we allowed all the vendors to come out, do a walkthrough, all the closets, look at our speakers, so that they could give us a detailed proposal on replacing the bell system at the high school. As part of that, we really talked to them about, we have this immediate need, this bell system's about to go out, and so we need it replaced, but we're looking at the future. We're looking at how can this help expand safety and security within the district. So we want to know about features and stuff and where it can grow. After reviewing the proposal, checking references, attending a lot of product demos, we identified a leading vendor and scheduled a stakeholder demos so that Casey at the high school, who's going to be programming and into the system, can see how the interface was and what the features were and how she liked it. We had Amy Chapman sit in since she is head of the safety committee, so that she could see what kind of features would be available in the future. And then Daniel also sat in, since he's been the technician most heavily involved with our current bell and PA system. And we got their feedback as well. So we had these six bid, in the prices ran the gamut. So what we found was GE Manchester Wallen system, a really solid system, but it comes really high. We also looked at WireAm's CMH system. It was a good system, but didn't have really the expandability into the safety realms that we were interested in. Advanced Commercial Communications has done some cabling work for us. They're a little bit unique in cell safety. They didn't really present a system that was going to grow. Might be something that user integrated technologies and single wire was interested in. And then the other one we were very interested in was the G2 system. Um, Single wire and both have a lot of integration capabilities with them. And the things that help Bloom win out is licensing costs. Licensing cost was very modest, about $1,000 a year, whereas single wire, we did a licensing that grew on the number of IP devices connected to the system. So as we grew the system for IP speakers, as we grew the system for panic buttons, and other features, that cost was just going to continue to grow for the district and then be an ongoing expense over time. So I didn't feel it was going to be sustainable long term. Bloom offered excellent value for its feature set. It provided robust safety integration and allowed for future expansion. So to give you all some ideas about what we'll be able to do with the system, starting off, we'll be able to do bells, PA system. Other things we can add on to it is scan buttons for users that will put as on their badges. We have a scan button that they push a bunch of times that could alert 911 of an incident. And then that could be tied into other communication systems that could immediately alert administration, district office, or a school is gone into lockdown and they need to this Vivi device that we use to project in here, we're working on expanding those out in the district. Messaging could be sent from this PA system to that, giving instructions to classrooms about what is happening and what needs to be done. And to lock down evacuate the building to the fire. So there's a lot of connectivity that we can do with our existing system. So we saw this as a expand the safety and security for our district by expanding the system. The licensing cost is sustainable for the district. I called several vendors who used it from all the way from Idaho to Colorado. Everybody was happy with the service and support they got from the company and what the system could do. And then I also talked about it with our safety committee and our stakeholders. Everybody was pretty positive about how they felt. Our next steps is we'll let that we intend to do. Subsequently, we'll do kind of a final walkthrough and confirm the scope of everything and look and see, given the cost of the product, if there's any additional features that we want to add at this point. And then we'll work with Andy to finalize the project plan and determine a commencement date to get it started as soon as students are out of school. And that's my update.
Great. That's what we need.
Any questions? They were pretty comparable. They had significant other systems consume in G2, and so they could do a lot between the two parts. Moving in lower in overall costs, but single wire wasn't until I found out what
And
I'm not
technology savvy whatsoever. It's not something that people can
manipulate, like break into the PA system. It's going to be integrated in our wireless communication. Yeah. Okay.
So we out on the VM at our data center, and then everybody else have login credentials and access to the system. And then
questions? Questions?
Just if I may. Really moved us in a place where those machines. That makes any sense, right? Safety and security and all that background to this work and getting ready for the new technology and move us forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Okay,
next up we have facilities and deferred maintenance report.
Mr. Tiano. Good evening.
Madam Chair, members of the board. Yeah, last month, a real busy month, spring. Energy Trust reached out to school districts with a lightning incentive program. So I took advantage of it, jumped on it right away. So, working with our contractor or going out for bid, we selected the contractor, worked with Energy Trust, the supplier. We wanted to redoing the LED lights in the main gym at the high school. We did the LED lights swap out in the wrestling gym, also the metal shop, and the land lab agricultural lab. So all that got done during spring break. Basically, it was a retail for one fixture. Let's say at the high school was $229. ETO incentive was $142. Between those two facilities, we've got between the gym and the wrestling gym, 74 fixtures, savings of almost $6,500, and another $1,400 for metal shop and land. So right then, we just saved almost $8,000 by going through this Energy Trust program, SPIKE program. It's a good thing we jumped on it when we could, because about 2 weeks ago, about 91% of those funds from the state have already been spent with other school districts. So this is something we couldn't have waited to do until summer. So, protecting the floor at the gym, honestly, nothing but positive feedback from Vanilla at the Land Lab, Megan at Metal Shop. I got coaches that I know. I've heard just nothing but positive feedback on it. Big thing for us. Other than that, I know next month we're supposed to know about our seismic upgrade window and grant for it's business meeting, I believe it's May 8th. I don't know then, but it's just so I did add pictures there at the end of the report, so you can see the photos of the. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have financial review with Mr. Campbell.
Yeah. One thing Tony didn't mention is the future savings. The expensive bulbs or pay the expensive electricity bill. So we'll see the benefits of that in years to come. Just a quick update for you tonight. We continue to be focused on the 25-26 budget. We also continue to process the OD adjustments that come in for 24-25 and 23-24. So the building department budget sheets have been finalized and the final stacking decisions are being discussed as we move toward publishing. So we'll see more of me in the next few months. I know that our departments are probably tired of me seeing me now, but we have a little bit more work to do. So happy to answer any questions on the financial report if you have any. Sir?
What's our first budget?
So budget orientation is the 24th. And then the first budget committee is May 1st. Second budget committee meeting is May 15th.
What was the second day you said?
May 15th is the second. May 1st is the first.
Thank you very much. And we have Ms. Jackson back up.
again, Sharon, and directors at the spring. So I wanted to just give you some updates on a few things. The first one is our elementary vision committee. So for the past couple of months, we have a team of elementary teachers represented by each grade level, along with Principal Mitchell, Principal Womack, have met multiple times, and they have updated the elementary report last update. So the goal was really to align capture the students' progress as it relates to the Oregon state standards, make it really easy for parents and families to understand, as well as to make it easy. So right now, they're in the process of gathering feedback from principals. And we're looking for this to be implemented for the 25-20. So just wanted to keep you up to date on that. Don't have a final format right now, but could be sharing that with you once we get that from principals and teachers. So that's pretty exciting. Something else that's been really exciting is our after and before school tutor programs in elementary. If you remember, we started this program in December, and it just ended in March. It happened at all 4 elementary schools. And basically, the goal was to have our K through 3 gain a little bit more support. And so the tutoring was, this is one or a small group of about 3 students to trained tutors. We had 19 enthusiastic tutors that came out and said, yeah, I want to be trained and I want to tutor. And we ended up with 70 students. So wonderful program. But of course, at the end of the program, you always ask, well, what's it going to have? And so in a moment, I'm going to show you and basically, before I show you the slide, you're going to see a bar. And in blue, you have a group of students that were at the same grade level, same skill set, but didn't receive tutoring. And in red, you're going to see those students similar that did receive the tutoring. And so what we found was that there was growth. And basically, we took 2 measures. The measures were letter sounds correspondence, so having them be able to identify letters and sounds. And the second one was words read per minute. So oral reading. So let's look at our graph. I'd like you to keep an eye on that graph. Oh, go ahead.
Blue, I heard you say, life skills students. I thought I understood at one point that the blue students. Is it not that, or
No.
is it just students that would have gone in the same?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And K through 3, we're looking at this K through 3. Yes.
So again, blue is kids who did not participate in tutoring.
Exactly.
Okay.
And of course, classroom, right, instructions to what those students are. So as you can see, in each section, right, for kindergartner, I'm not going to go through these individually, but you can see that there is definitely getting back to our question, what impact did tutoring have? It did have an impact. So moving forward, we continue to do these great results and the talented tutors that we had, and of course the motivated rising readers. We know that each of them had a new celebration. This is the last day of tutoring, so
The last thing I just wanted to keep you, abreast of is our program. So, just this past week, we started our English Language and Learner After School program at, so that was open to any ELL student in any of the elementary schools. So we had about, I think it was like 22 students. And then also at some of the elementaries, we have an enrichment. So, things that are happening, and we're getting ready for our summer. Lots of new things to do. Do you have any questions? On your draft, unfortunately, I know what you're saying, and I don't know if it's in this, but blue is just overall blue for all. So let me kind of drill down a little bit. So what we did is we took a group of students in that grade similar level, and it was a composite. And so we took that that number, and then the red was the number of students. So, for example, in kindergarten we have got 7 K students. And what was this? Does that make sense? So there, those students grew that more than those in that. So that's fine.
Everyone, excuse me, you've already said this, but are there any plans to extend this to K through 5? Maybe K through school?
Right. So, we were able to do this with our early literacy funding, which really targets K through 3. And yeah, it would be wonderful to expand it to K through 5 and also.
So when you say you're going to continue with the tutoring program, do you mean the high dosage? So it'll be the same amount. Tutoring.
Right. So, it is for 10 weeks, twice a week. It's in that small setting, 1, 2, 3 students per team.
And then will you try to recruit more tutors so that more is needed to get into the program?
Yes, absolutely. To, you know, as, you know, what we have, resources, absolutely. Really,
Dependent on how many people want.
sure, yeah. And we have a lot of people doing it, so.
I'd like to add to that, so Assistant Superintendent Ellis. And I don't know, I can't agree with her yet, but folks signed up as volunteers. You were there for a couple of hours today. And they set this out as an opportunity. No cars were out for the sign up.
So we were there for an hour and a half, and that's 30 minutes. So I can add that, but that's unfortunate.
In this case, Ray, we're talking about unpaid volunteers.
Yes.
And they're interested in giving back. The after-school tutors are participating with this program with your good question is goes back to, are we putting our resources adults take place? I think that's her question. We've been doing this year in K-5 in particular. Our elementary principals teachers different after school something differently, and if we work this budget season, next year those things that we data that says, hey, this works, funding for state just yet. Can't always just rely on grant funds. Use general fund dollars. So it's really promising to see. We had, am I right? We had elementary teachers, we even had high school teachers who came in and free.
Yes,
no more than
three. Some are under two.
Put our money, we try to put our money.
I just want to add on the volunteers, we have a retired speech language pathologist, community member, the manager of the, get a nice spectrum of retirees, community members. They're rolling free. Very good. Thanks for doing that and doing that.
Absolutely.
So we have four. What's the? They have to have a background check, and then they have to take online training about recognizing use and left in the school, leading the students. So that's, and then each school has their own volunteer. The
And those would be for field trips and this and that. Reading on certainly welcome.
That's what I thought interesting. So lost it.
Looks just like the reconstruction, science and reading. I've spoken. So, exactly. Reading.
Sorry, Terry, I missed that. It's okay, instruction, that's not your. And then there's a lot going on. Any other questions? Okay, next up we have student services discussion, and I don't see her here.
Field is doing much tonight, listening in. Some of the time,
Go down the line. Rob, you got any questions? If you have any questions, I just brought them before. Questions? Feel better, Dr. Sean?
Yeah.
And we're done. Okay, moving on. We have the superintendent report. Dr. Dan.
There, directors, community others. It's happening. Beat the pavement on orders. Come in and talk about potential internship opportunities. We've had high school students graduate from walk into really well-paying career fair process. It's just one piece of what we're trying to do beyond graduating stage. It's about connecting vibrant vision. So something you have to figure out. I think I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do in this life, right? But we give kids a connection to something. Serve on committees where he was in there as a pilot. It's construction. Talking with kids in construction. Design. Not to mention Madison's talking about college. I'm really proud. Open our doors and say, let's together raise great kids. So, I mentioned there to all that rambling, just to say, really get my next year, I'd love to maybe make it back myself. Didn't make it this year. And it broke my heart. I had fun talking with a low voltage guy. And we just struck up a good conversation. What it looks like to work in low voltage. So, anyway, that's my rambling. But thanks so much for.
Thank you. Okay, we're coming. Start. It'll look lovely again. And thank you guys for, taking that reading today. It's a really big issue. Looking at what may be coming down the pipe, the funding is going, not necessarily geared towards math and
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for having me. It's awesome to be here. For all you guys. You guys are a great team and really do a lot for this community. Thank you guys.
Thank you. The next time you have to see me, I'll be. Still join us?
Welcome to Science. This is so long, man. Good luck in college. I'm kind of sorry that the kids from the middle school still, in the past, I've talked about daughter's cancer. I've also heard, I remember citing once upon a time, certain individuals in the school district who said people from this community don't go to places that are safe. So, and, yeah, that's the important stuff. But we're really proud of our company. It's a great job, but just this past March, there was a thing called MASH. If anybody remembers Tyler, what cancer, it's a medical student. He's from a little town, who's been quite a bit all his life. He was profiled in just use like news of it's going to harm. So we're really sad that Heather's moving to Boston and we feel like we'll probably never see her again. But yeah, people from small towns, you could do anything. System. I can say this, some people. So, yeah, I wouldn't know. I've never been.
That's so cool. So, I had the honor of going to being part of Happy Jack's burial and service and I just said where the town will be the thing with that, but be part of that. And I just wanted to say thank you to, even though I haven't been able to make it yet so far, that's amazing that she did. Yeah.
I want to just kind of give a shout out to Madison for her work. There are a lot of people with ability people that take responsibility, done, those are the real difference makers. Be there in our society. It isn't always about every skill or every grade you ever get, but it's about responsibility. Make something better around you. Stand up and lead throughout your high school, but also what you've done, in this board. How much I appreciate that to see the future young people and young leaders that not only have the ability to take the responsibility. Look forward to you and your career in the future of doing this kind of thing and further taking those responsibilities. Just very much appreciate it.
Okay, upcoming meeting, April 24th, work session. Keep happening. April 22nd, policy committee meeting at 6 p.m. at the office. And May 8th, business meeting, 7 p.m.
When we get full work session in May, okay, 3 meetings in May or more.
Ultimately, depending on your capacity and intensity, we've often used that data. To properly our leadership.
Shall we adjourn? Okay, all in favor, raise your hand.